May profits be upon you. I'm taking a look at Bitcoin. All right. Let's do a little bit of top-down analysis, shall we? Why did I look over there? Don't even worry about it. Okay. So what is obvious is I need coffee. What is obvious is on the daily, we can see it's easier to see on the weekly. We can see that we've hit support, right? I mean, this is what the dollar line is, right? And price is trying to hold its support, but we see a little penetrating probe through it, right? We wick down through it, but we closed above. So what are we waiting on? We're waiting for a close below. And last week, this final week still has a day on, on the crypto charts. All right, we still have a day, but if we get a weekly close below that support, hey, this thing, we're going to finish filling this wick. All right, but a close above doesn't necessarily mean that things are going to be looking up. You see that the range of this candle has already closed below that low. I mean, has already probed below that low, and there is some liquidity below that. If we take a look on the daily, you can see that we have a bullish candle. All right, still has a half a day to finish. All right, but we have a bullish candle that opened bearishly. All right, you can see that there's a little wick there. It opened bearishly first and then flipped. All right, so we got some bullish momentum going on. All right, and I like to see that. I like to see that. Now, we're going to take a closer look at the price action on the 4-hour. All right, I have some zones already hooked up here. You see this big old 4-hour zone. I'm glad I identified that now. That is 4-hour supply, 4-hour supply zone, and we have a 4-hour demand zone down here where price finds that dotted line of support, right? And you can see the wicks down, but we didn't get a close below that low. I would like to see a daily close, something strong like a daily or weekly close below that dotted line to have to know that the order flow has turned bearish and that the momentum has turned bearish, and that we're probably going to come out and take out these relative equal lows here. All right, which is always a draw, a magnet to price. But what I want you to see in the meantime, now that we have a top and bottom, all right, of higher time frame zones, I want you to see price has been heading down. Got a nice little trend line if you believe in trend lines and the magic of trend lines. All right, tap price has been respecting this resistance, this trend line as resistance. Could we go up and see another tap inside of one of the lower time frame zones? It is very possible. All right, we just look for different confluences, right? I'm not a big trend line guy, but when you have trend line liquidity, all right, and what does that mean? That means there are a bunch of people who believe in trading trend lines, traditionally speaking, as an analytical tool, right? And they take trades based on it. There's a lot of people who took shorts along these lines. That means that there are stop losses along that line. That's what I talk about trend line liquidity, because market makers will come back, go past that, break that trend line to grab the trend line liquidity and then continue back down bearishly after taking out these people from their trades. Right now, I go from the 4-hour to the 15 so I can see some details. Right, on the 4-hour, what do we got? We got that 4-hour block there, but I also have 15-minute zones within the 4-hour. All right, and as price is making its way up here bullishly, I have a zone here, an area here where if price breaks this level, it'll complete a sweep of liquidity. And I like to see these points of liquidity to come get on the way to a zone. All right. We're going up to an unmitigated zone of supply up here, filling in a gap, an imbalance. So I'd like to see price come up from here. All right. No problem. So what I'm thinking of is I want to put my, I'm going to put my my alert here. What do I got here? Yeah. All right, I'm gonna put my alert here. So when price hits this this zone, I'm gonna be alerted so I can look for what? I'm gonna look for price to kind of round over here and then start back down. It's quite possibly this this zone here. Now, that it's a bit of a ways off, but what do I look for? What am I looking for? What I'd like to see, and I'm moving this over, all right, is I look for the possible places, the areas of interest, the POIs, the places of interest, right? I plot these areas so that when price comes into contact with them, I can look for the expected price action. I'm looking for bearish price action up here, of course, and bullish price action down here. All right. The order flow is bullish. It has been bullish since last night. All right, moving upward, moving upward. All right, that's just the order flow. That doesn't mean the overall trend is bullish. The overall trend is bearish, and I want to take a pro trend trade. All right, something that goes with the trend. So I'm looking for a good short from here. Now, I just want you to realize, all right, price could come up past this. All right, it could come up here. All right, why? Because look, we got equal highs up here. I don't like these zones. I don't like these zones when there are equal highs nearby, because price likes to take that liquidity out, wake up high, and then do its thing. All right, so this zone is I'm going to watch very closely when price comes up here, because the price is going to come up here. So I'm going to go down as soon as it comes into contact with this zone. I'm going to go down to the 1 minute time frame, and I'm going to look for that bearish price action. All right, I'm going to look for shorts, but I'm only going to take shorts when I see demand fail. Right now, demand is in control. All right, and why? Because this was a supply zone. This was a supply zone. All right, this was supply, and we're getting ready to break that zone. We're getting ready to break that zone, but we already broke two. All right, when you see supply, when I see supply zones fail, that's when I have permission to look for longs, because demand is in control. I hope you understand the logic. So I'm waiting right now for price to come back down here. All right, we see that we broke these supply areas here. We broke that supply area. Price did come back down. All right, I didn't take this trade, but this was a great trade because it's a return to origin. After a break of structure, you wait for the return to origin, and price is going up. All right, same thing here. Look at these zones that were broken. All right, so I'm waiting for price to come back up here as a return to impulse. Boom. Up here, I'm looking for price to show that it wants to come back down. I'm looking for that break of market structure. You understand? Too easy to understand. Okay, I'm breaking it down in the simplest terms as possible. All right, so I'm going to look for a reason to take a short here. All right, and I will look for bullish price action to take a long. All right, but I would only do so after seeing supply fail. I would only take this after seeing demand fail. Got it? All right. So I will look for the lower time frames for that to happen. I hope you find this this video helpful. If you got comments on it, talk to me. Ask me a question. Why are you waiting for failures first? What is this? What is this voodoo you talking about, man? All right, just let me know, and I'll answer all your questions. I'm looking forward to doing a live session with you guys, and that'll be coming soon. Hopefully maybe next week, and this is just for this weekend. Bitcoin is for weekends for me, and because there's nothing else, nothing else open, right? So between now and Monday, hey, Bitcoin, right? I'll see you in the next video. Take care.